was the releasing of the story, the narrative, and the energy that you had associated with your father's passing.
Yes.
And I'm really curious if you'd like to elaborate on that experience. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people who get stuck with a parent, relative, or child passing, and they get stuck in the grief. And the
Yeah.
way that I saw you transition out of that was beautiful. And it's something that had plagued you for a very long time.
Absolutely. I think it makes me teary just thinking about it because it was so powerful and it still makes a difference in the way that I view my father's passing. And my father died 13 years ago, I think now. And he had a 4-year stint of cancer. And even the way that the whole situation happened, like it was a really painful 4 years for the entire family. So we dealt with that. And then you make your mind like, okay, he really needs to go. He's in a lot of pain and you set your mind to that after going through what families go through, like surgeries and waiting rooms in hospitals with AC at 50 degrees and like all the things associated with that. And then it happens. And then when my father died, it's like the floor was like lifted from underneath me and I was just floating down into this dark place of not understanding how. And by the way, my father died with in my arms, basically. We were all letting it's time for you to go. It's okay. We're all supporting him in his death. But after it happened, I just felt really alone and questioning a lot of things and not being able to be okay with because he died, he wasn't all he was in his in early 60s. It wasn't he was pretty young. And I felt really hurt and really sad for the longest time and not able to do any changes about that. And then, yeah, you and I started working on that. And I remember it really was just a mind shift of the gift of my father's passing was not in me getting stuck with where he was when he passed. Because, yeah, before he died, he told me he wasn't scared. He was just really sad to let go and to not see his grandchildren and see us and family dinners and all the stuff he was going to miss. And why I understood from our work together is that was his feeling from his human form. That doesn't reflect who he is now or where he is now. And when I understood that it was him at this moment, like the invitation was not for me to fall back to his lowest point in his human form, but for me to elevate myself and my soul to where he is now to be able to connect with him from that place. And that like completely changed my relationship with him because instead of coming at the relationship from a moment, from a place of lack, from a place of longing, a place of we're missing out on things, like what a beautiful way of viewing life. If I can raise somehow to that vibration where he's in right now, like the amount of love and joy that I would be able to have for him and the connection that I'll be able to have for him is completely different. And that changed entirely my perspective on that. It was like again, one of those moments where my eyes just crossed to the other side and like all of a sudden, it's not like I don't feel sad ever about it, but it was a different type of energy around it. It was a lot more lighthearted. It was a lot more joyful. It was a lot more hopeful. And in a way, there's less ego involved because I'm not dealing with this realm when it comes to people who have passed to the other side. It's really always an invitation for you to raise to their vibration. And it's hard to do because the easiest thing to do is to stay stuck in your sadness, stay stuck in your anger, stay stuck in whatever it is that you're going through. To meet with him where he is means that I need to do a lot of work to raise to that place. And that requires work. And what a gift to be able to do that for myself and for my family and for the people who I get to have the privilege to improve their lives, that because of him, I'm raising my vibration and connecting in a different level with everyone. Right.